Who is Crack Pipe? Who is Crack Pipe? Who is Crack Pipe?
It's enough images on the wall that could give you a common understanding. Still not a priestly understanding, only a common understanding. You okay? I need to make that clear. Almost 90% of African spirituality is created around the African woman. Okay? When you go to ancient Egypt and you're dealing with what they call Ma'at, which is Mother Nature. That's all Ma'at is Mother Nature. And again, I have to always use terms of your consciousness. Okay? Don't mean, again, that I'm validating any language whatsoever. I'm speaking in English today. You understand? Because I'm speaking to an English listening audience. I'll be a goddamn fool to come up here and speak French or German or any other language. You niggas will start clicking off of this shit immediately. So because I use terms do not mean I validate that they belong to the ancients, okay? It is your consciousness, and I'm trying to make a point, okay? And most of this can be observed without any fake interpretation of any glyphs, as you know, in sentences and shit, okay? It's enough images on the wall that could give you a common understanding. Still not a priestly understanding, only a common understanding. You okay? I need to make that clear. Because I hear a lot of motherfuckers say shit, and so I have to give y'all that disclaimer. Okay? That 90% of African spirituality evolves around the African woman. Maya, which is the spiritual essence of the universe that keeps everything in balance. You see? And people wonders, they say, will the sun ever go out? Will the planets just, all of a sudden just start going crazy and leave the atmosphere? See, but this is what the essence of Ma'at is, okay? This is Mother Nature that keeps everything in balance. And so that's just like when we discussing the household. See, you got what they call Heru, okay, which is the cow goddess, okay, which is the cow goddess. Why would a cow be used as a zoo type to identify the African woman? It's obvious because of the ability to give nourishment, okay? And so the cow was used as a zoo type of the Holy Mother, okay? And not only that, that Heru was also identified as the house of the sun, okay? When you say what they call, when they use the word Het, see, they say that it means house, but we can see on the wall where the sun is traveling through the cow's body. We don't need no creation or no sentences to come to that conclusion. So most of what I speak is not based on any manipulation of fake language and fake sentences. I mean, anybody could go up there and see a lot of this information and create definitions, simple definitions that speak to what they looking at, okay? So you will see the cow goddess, You will see the stars in her belly, which I'm going to get to. But I have to prime y'all, okay? I have to prime y'all. You'll see the stars in her belly, and you'll see the ark, which is a ship of Ra, which you call the sun, traveling through her body. Okay? So, in definition, they said that this was the house of the sun. Okay? The house of the sun. So when the sun sets, it sets. Hear me out. It travels 12 hours through the body of Het Heru, which is the cow goddess. Now, another attribute of the universe is what they call the goddess Nu. Okay? Speaking to your consciousness. Now, tomorrow we could go back to Africa and rename all of those things, African names. And over generations, you will forget these Eurocentric configurations that they have created to make it look like that they have power over our history. Okay? Only reason I'm using this shit is because of your consciousness. Like if I say again, Africa. See, many niggas will come up there and say some wild out fucking, even if you use Akibula. Okay? Now, if you said Africa and you was trying to prove a point, anybody that heard your voice on a video, you probably would get at least 90% of those people to know exactly what continent you talking about. Some motherfuckers dumb as fuck. They don't even know what city they live in, okay? They don't even know what state they live in. You ask some motherfuckers what state they live in, they'll give you the city. You ask some motherfuckers what city they stay in, they'll give you the state. This is how dumb motherfuckers is, okay? They have no sense of geography. So if I say Africa, majority of the world is conscious of the continent being called Africa. Even though if you go into the ancients of our people, you would never hear that. That's a very recent terminology. Regardless to whether if it's African or not, it's recent. Okay? Soon as you use Akibulan or any other term, you're going to lose at least 70 to 80% of your audience. You're going to lose. So what do? We speak to our people's consciousness to make a point. To make a point. Not to validate English, not to validate French, not to validate Belgian or German or any other language foreign to Africa. Okay? And so I have to clear the field for my family out there. I'm going to get back to the queen. But at the same time, I have to give y'all this, this prerequisite lesson so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. Now, as I said before, we dealing with the goddess and, her functioning in the African spirituality. The temple itself is a physical manifestation of the cosmic mother. That's why when you go, and I'm going to show, but I want to teach first. I want to reach you here first. I don't want to amaze you and daze you with the imagery, because I'm going to do that. But I want y'all, to get something up here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can always, pull these files up. And our sisters, this is you. You got to sit down and tell these babies, them baby girl and them boys, what this is. See? So when you talking about the African temple, It is a physical monument to the cosmic mother. That's why when you go into the sanctuary of the temple, you'll see the deities. See, that's the womb of the temple. That's the womb of the temple, where the deities were born. You see, where the deities were born. This is the sanctuary. This is the womb. The tomb is the womb. Okay? The temple is a physical manifestation of that cosmic mother. Okay? So when you're dealing with African spirituality, the African woman is the center point of all that spirituality. Okay? When you go to many of the early graves, pre-dynastic Egypt, you will see that they are buried in the fetal position. This is a common trait that they could trace all over the world. You know, because you would be buried in just like the position you take when you're inside of your mama's stomach, when she's pregnant, you're in the fetal position. So this lets you know that our peoples all over the world believe that they was going back up into the great mother. Go look it up. Look at all the what they call the fetal burials of African people. They did not believe in that they was going off to see no masculine deity. Okay? When you look at the fetal, again, when you're looking at the fetal burials, which I'm gonna get into, but I like to be able to freestyle my science. Some niggas get propped up on photos and shit, and I don't do that. Okay, I like to teach, and then I'm gonna go back to the photo to show you that everything that I'm speaking and that I'm teaching is right and exact. Okay? Is right and exact. Now, we all know Big Mama run shit.